coming.
Welcome.
We're excited to see how you guys like our product. It's called Solar Savvy. As you can see, it's a phone case, but we're going to go more into that. Basically, stop laughing.
Nothing's funny. Nothing's funny right now.
CJ, this is really serious, alright?
Yep.
This phone charges in all situations, not only using natural light, but also artificial light.
So, this is kind of what our idea went. Look at the screen. Phone plus solar panel equals charged battery. Okay.
So this is basically what our product's going to look like. It's, okay, this is just like a rough, like looking at it or whatever, but that's basically it's just an iPhone case. And then on the outer shell, so like if you're looking at my iPhone case, on the outer shell of it right here, there would be like the solar panel, which is like that blue stuff, obviously. Yes. And then on the inside, we were projecting that it would be kind of like a flip phone case, which is kind of what it looks like, you know, those wallets that you have that kind of like open up. So maybe like on the inside, we're gonna have a little bit more of like the charging panels, and it's gonna have 5 7-watt solar charging phone case, or that's what it's gonna be. And it's gonna be about a 2, or we were talking about monocrystalline panels. Do you want to explain a little bit about that?
Yes, so monocrystalline panels are the most durable solar panels, and they produce the most energy out of all the solar panels out there. So we're just going to have 2 phone-sized panels on the front and back of this case. That's it.
And then the case itself is projected to be 3/4 of an inch thick. Like it's not going to be the thinnest of cases, but also you can't have this kind of technology without the additional thickness.
We want to be the most efficient, but also, yeah, it's gonna be a little chunky.
So we want to hear from you guys, like at first look, what do you think about it?
Yeah.
How hard is it gonna be to break the solar panels?
Okay, so, wait, are you gonna try to break them, or like say if you draw it?
I'm pretty rough and tough.
So the case, like,
I break almost everything.
think like an OtterBox kind of, it's gonna be a protective phone case. Like when you drop it, it's not just gonna shatter the solar panel. So like the case is gonna double as a protective.
Sweet, cause I break every phone.
Yeah, so it's,
CJ. God damn it, CJ.
It'll come back.
any other like,
The thing that,
Yeah, initial reaction.
yeah, like the 3/4 inch thick, like I understand, like that's what it has to be, but that's just, I don't know. A lot of times I'll pick my phone case because it's like slimmer fitting, so that's just like maybe, I don't know, not as ideal for me. But I do like how you have the option to do the flip open part, because that's like really cool. It's because like you can have your regular charging thing, then like if you flip it open, you can be like double charging it. So
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. Just the one concern that I would have is just with that thickness piece. If I was like actually gonna buy this, so.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Could you take one of the solar panels off and then just have it be half 3/4?
like do an option to
Yeah.
have the wallet kind of, or
Yeah.
just the, yeah.
Because then you'd be able to get in the market who wants the thin one, streamlined.
Right, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's more of like the flip option is if you're like sitting in class and, okay, or not like sitting in class, you're just, you know, sitting, talking, and you want to like have your phone open texting, and then when you open it, you can have more of it charging, basically. If you don't want to have it like flipped over. But flipped over is nice because then nobody can hit the front, I don't know. If you're just like, sit your phone down, you know.
Well, and also one thing that we do want to distinguish with this product is that our solar panels, we're technically trying to get it so that artificial light can charge it as much as like going outside and like seeing, like having the sunlight charge it. So that was kind of where we were going, because there are cases that are just UV light, but we wanted to like, say we are sitting in class, like have it be charging from these lights in here. So that's kind of the difference that we're going for.
Because as college students, we definitely are inside a lot and in classes and stuff.
Especially in this town.
Yeah, and like the winter time too, like. That's Yeah.
My other question is, I don't really know that much about electricity, so like what is a regular outlet wattage wise?
It's usually around 5 watts,
Okay. So
as that's what your USB cord is going to charge. So ours is going to be around the same, if not a little more, since it's solar charging.
Okay.
We need the more power.
Got you.
Well, at a first glance, it seems like it's a very handy idea. Just
Thank you.
being able to charge it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's easily marketable.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks. Okay, Jake.
Alright. There's some lovely pictures coming
Okay, so basically just like given the benefits of the product that we just told you, like when and where do you think that you would use it most? These are just examples, I don't know, at the beach, in an office, or camp, or on a hike or
But yeah, I think
something.
it'd definitely be useful like for outdoor stuff, because then like while you're out there, you don't have to worry about the zoom matter.
Yeah.
Now see, Julie, you take those pictures.
up. I did, actually. I do it.
Quality.
But also I think
It's
that
actually
like being a college student, we probably use it most like while we're in class,
Right.
being realistic. So I think that's cool.
Do you think it's
It's
a,
artificial.
oh, no, go ahead. Oh, do you think it's a problem for like college students now than, or like for you in general? Do you run out of battery a lot?
Yeah, but it's probably because I'm on my phone too much.
Okay,
during
that's
class.
another thing, right? Like people are on their phone a lot,
Right.
so just having the extra like reassurance of charging is always happening.
Right,
Would that be good for you?
Yeah, it'd be nice having a phone that never like died or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially in like emergency settings, if you were camping and your phone was gonna die and you needed to contact someone, like that would be cool to have a phone that didn't die.
It's like she's
like
in
she
our
has.
heads. She knows exactly what we're talking about.
Alright, next. Okay, wait, don't.
Okay.
That's a tight plane.
That is a cool picture though. isn't
I
it?
found the picture. Okay.
Never mind.
Are there any alternative ways or situations you feel that this product can be used in? Besides, okay. Obviously, you already saw the airplane. Like, would it be nice to have it charging on like an airplane or something when there may be an outlet or there may not be?
Well, I mean, for me, it sounds like this phone case would just 100% eliminate my need to even wall charge a phone at all. Because I would be using it, I mean, if it's artificial light and natural light, I'm going to be using it like 24/7 and it's never going to come off my phone. And so that would be like really cool to never have to worry about cords ever again. That's just
Right.
saving me money in the long run. And
It's kind of these.
yeah, cat's pajamas.
I would say. Yeah, you could say.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be nice. I mean, what we were thinking is just, eliminating cords and,
Like there's those box like portable
Yeah.
charging units. We're like trying to eliminate that completely because that is annoying to like have it plugged into your phone and like have a little box sitting next to you or something. Like maybe that's just for first world problems, but we're like
you wanna make
it is kind of
convenient.
annoying to have that.
Going off that, like the iPhone 7 now only has like the one power cord or whatever, so you can't like listen to music with your aux cord and like charge your phone. So if you have this case, like you could still charge your phone and listen to music.
Yeah,
That's so true.
genius.
It's also eco-friendly because like you're charging
Yes. Your electricity bill is gonna go down.
Well, wouldn't the case have to plug into the phone to charge it?
Yeah, so in the first, I don't know if we can go back.
Yeah, you can go back.
What was
It is possible
Oh my.
to make it able to Bluetooth charge because Bluetooth charging is possible as long as the two are within, it's like half an inch of each
Now, is that magic? How does that
other.
work?
Like the Samsung, the one that they, Bluetooth chargers they have, that you set your phone on top of.
I was unaware of this technology.
Oh, well, it's technology. As long as they're close enough, you can Bluetooth charge things.
That's tight.
Yes.
So it's almost like having a plate, like, and setting your phone on it and it just charging. you know.
Alright.
So it's like, but anyway, this little right here, I don't know if you can point to it with the mouse, but that is where the phone case like plugs into. Yeah, thank you. That is where the case will plug into the charging port. Clearly that is an iPhone 6, but we are like Samsung and Android and iPhone friendly.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
So there is where it will plug into the phone.
May I put on the airplane now?
Yes.
Hell, you can charge it at the Eiffel Tower if you want. Looks like.
Or camping.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge. Like that's why I would buy it because I'm out in the woods, no service and stuff all the time.
That's
So
big time.
that's big news. My friend just bought one of those big huge pads deals that you put out, but like you just have it on your phone case. Look at
You
that.
don't care. I think
Way to destroy that market. Good for you guys.
Solar Savvy coming to destroy the market.
Alright. Yeah.
Can we move on?
So wait, was there any like alternative ways you think that it could be used? Like did we kind of?
What are like alternative things that
You can
like solar panels could be used for like charging?
Oh, that's where you were going with that.
Either one.
No, I got it. Yeah. All right.
Charging a Mountain Dew bottle.
Okay, so this is like the age range. Who do you think that this product is catered towards?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Anyone with a phone.
12 and up is 12.
12 and up.
Like,
Like,
you
why
can
don't-
capitalize on a phone that can charge anytime, anywhere, really.
For sure.
I mean, if we're talking like a more specific age range, I mean, obviously I feel like everyone gets a benefit out of it, but like probably like 18 to like probably 35-ish.
Yeah, we were kind of talking like my grandma has a smartphone, but she's not gonna buy this because she
Yeah.
doesn't need it.
Or like
But-
a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
They have
5-year-olds have phones
iPads,
these
so I
days.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, would this be available for the iPad?
Yeah, so
Or
we were
computers as well.
computers. We kind of the only problem is that you can't like see how his
You can
This
put
thing
it
is
on
like
a.
facing
No,
down.
what are like right here, but like.
That's
you can
kinda
put it
Can't
on
close
it.
your computer.
Well, because it'd be sideways too on this the front side of the screen unless you had it closed.
So that is a technological like barrier that we would have to get over
You
to
gotta get that to our
to get the
Yeah.
computers to charge that way as well. But for now, iPads can be. Ooh,
We
would
were
you?
thinking like the business class.
Yeah, like people who are really busy too, like they don't
Yeah.
have time to charge their phone all the time.
There was a talk about like natural disaster responders.
Oh,
Like they, any time of the night, you know, whatever, they will may need their phone or something. So just like having the ability to charge it and have it be charged when they need it the most is really important, we feel like.
That group of people.
yeah, and
who
then
is
like
way too happy.
families.
Math textbook.
That's unrealistic. Nobody's that happy.
And also like businessmen and women, I mean, any person working in the workforce, like in an office or something, don't always have to have their phone plugged in because the artificial light is gonna charge it, so. I don't know, so we're kinda where we were going with it.
Yeah. Okay, how much would you guys pay for this product? Now that you've kind of seen what it would do.
Reasonably,
And
you could
like what
charge
iPad.
between $40 and $60 just
Mhm.
because it's
I-
high-tech equipment, but
That's
You're
what
I would
like,
only-
they're already
I would-
at 40 or
yeah.
$60, so you could probably bump it.
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna say
100.
probably like under 120.
What?
I would say that's too much.
Well,
For-
no, because
for
how
all
much
the
are
time
how much are
charging?
those?
Yeah, but then you
charger
have age
things?
groups that you're cutting out, like people who aren't working, college kids are not gonna be able to like drop 120 on a phone case when they can just charge it. Like a charger's only $30 or 40 or whatever, I don't know.
Well, we were also thinking like, you know, those lightning, like the Apple cords are just $20 too. So like if they break all the time, we spend $20 here and there, you know, it's just, we were not expecting, I was not expecting
Wait,
you guys to
let's
think
say
like that.
something more. Like,
Well,
Where
if
would
it's
you
a
go
sturdy,
with?
if it's a sturdy like solar panel.
Yeah, like
break
if
it
it,
easily,
if it's gonna
like-
be strong as like an OtterBox and it's not the solar panels like you're breaking, you can use it for like a long
Yeah,
time.
it's
But
gonna
I think
protect
that
your phone.
people would be
Shadows
willing
are
to like invest more, like up to $100.
I feel like if you
kind of thing.
associated it with like a brand, like you could do like Kate Spade or something too. Like people drop $90 on
They
like
do.
a case for that. So if you like paired up with them, then you could charge even more. And like then I feel like it'd be more like 100, 120 price range.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I would spend a lot of money on it.
Yeah, I would do.
You guys think it's worth it?
Oh yeah, because I think people would use it. Like, I mean, obviously, it
Yeah.
would never leave my phone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How much is an OtterBox?
Like 60s.
Yeah, so that's like
80.
So that's like already, over $50 for that, and then you're also paying for the solar power technology and the magic to Bluetooth charge it.
Does it charge like your
Can't put a
phone
price
whole
on it.
battery though?
So no, that's the one thing we didn't talk about.
Yeah, we didn't really mention this. Is that the artificial light can only charge
Up to 20.
about till 25%. So not like saying your phone's completely dead, sitting in the artificial light, it can charge it up to 25%. The UV light will be able to charge it
Will it
100.
hold it at
That's like-
25% when you're using it, so like it'll,
Right,
it'll
yeah, yeah,
deplete
yeah.
and then recharge itself?
No, it'll constantly be charging.
Well, that's what
It's
I
not.
said, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
It's
over,
not.
over
Gonna,
So it
like
won't go
the
past
length of
25.
sleeping, it would probably be like 40 or 50%.
Right, like over
So
the
it's like
longer time period.
25% with usage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's like the max at one time if you're like constantly, if you're like streaming a video or something. Like watching
The artificial
Netflix.
light is not nearly as powerful, obviously. It's
Yeah.
artificial light.
But it can like get you somewhere, which is
Just
basically what you need.
It's better than
Yeah.
Would you still be able to like use a plug-in charger? Would that like mess with your phone? Like, how would that work?
No, so the
Like,
The
because say
plug
like I go to
charger's
sleep
still
at
there.
night and I still wanna like.
you still want to plug in your.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you
Oh,
can,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
still.
Oh,
plug
yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
this is almost like a backup system, but it's also like if it could take off, it could be like really useful and like you could eliminate it. But like I would say if this happened, still plug in your phone at night and
Right.
then when you go out the next.
Well,
day.
also because it's dark at night, so there
Yeah.
wouldn't be any
Right.
light hitting it anyway. So whatever like your phone loses in the night, like I feel like my phone just dies in the night for no reason. Even
Yeah.
though I'm not using it, but like whatever it does hold, that's what it would be because there's no light coming to the case. So plugging in would probably be essential for the night. But like when you're camping and stuff,
Right.
the UV light's gonna keep it charged
Right.
100%.
Like I'm just wildly irresponsible and just forget my charger all the time and never bring
Okay,
it.
that's
So
another good point.
that's gonna be, and like I have a charging case, like I have one of those kinds that you press a
Right.
little button on the back and you charge it back up or whatever. But like I'll just forget to charge that at night.
Yeah, it's a single charge.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And so
Exactly.
like this, if I just had something like this that I just knew was gonna be able to charge my phone and never have to worry about it, I would definitely want to invest.
Now, that's, alright.
Is it a $100 bill followed by 100 $1 bills?
Yeah, we're not sure. I just thought the picture was cool.
So I do know that leaving a battery plugged in constantly is very not good for it
Mm-hmm.
because that ruins the longevity of the battery. So would it have something to combat that, or would it just ruin the battery over the lifespan of it?
That is probably one of the best.
That's the best question ever.
Yeah.
Have like a
Honestly,
switch to turn it off and switch it to turn it
So I think that case, that is something that we would have to discuss after this
We also
group.
have to test
I don't
it.
think that.
That's not possible for us to know. We'd actually have to
Yeah.
test it if it was actually made.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, we'd have to do data research on it and
Because
Trial
one
error.
thing that you could do, and I'm just spitballing here, I don't want to
Okay.
see, I don't want to see
Bring
this
it.
shop
spit it
floor.
out.
But you could do something where it would be it would cut off charging once it got to 100%, and once it dropped below 30%, then it start charging again.
Oh yeah.
That's
Because then
a
it
good
would,
idea.
yeah, because then that would save the longevity of the internal battery,
Yeah.
and
What, is
also
it like a
if,
signal to your phone?
and also it would save the longevity of the solar panels too, because if those are constantly on, they'll eventually wear out.
Yeah. I wonder if also we could if there's a way to maybe unplug that tiny plug that actually plugs
Yeah,
into the phone
something
and
like that.
something. I wonder if there's a way
Because
to
they
do
have
that.
something very similar to this idea for car batteries, where if you have your car in storage for a long time, they're called battery tenders, and they just send a voltage to it to keep your battery alive.
Oh, so when you start it up months later,
Yeah,
it's not dead.
Exactly. So
Got
it's kind of a similar idea, but they have I can't remember what it's called, but it's like once the battery gets below a certain voltage, then it kicks on the battery tender
it.
to
Okay.
charge the battery.
That's almost like when our phone hits like 20% and it's like,
Yeah.
do you want low battery mode? Like I
Mhm.
almost feel like that's the kind of signal that it's
Yeah,
in a way.
that's
Not the
just
same
an
technology,
idea to
but-
think about, because then the people who like have the background to know that like that does hurt your battery, then that would be something that would like bring them into board,
Yeah.
on board with the product.
So one thing I was thinking about is like if you take your phone out in the sun and it's really hot, it can like overheat. So like where does that come into play with this? Would that affect it?
Well, with the phone, like, it has both sides. So I'm not, like, I also don't have any idea about the technology like that, but I almost think that it would be able to protect it in a way since it's on both sides. I don't know where we would go with that.
Well, the heat from the sun is the UV rays, and
Exactly.
so the solar panels would absorb the UV rays to an extent, so it would actually keep your phone cooler if it was in the direct sun.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
You're awesome.
I had no idea you were this smart.
You never ask me, dude.
You never bring him to focus groups.
Too
We should have more of these.
bad there's
Oh my
no
gosh.
focus group major.
I would kill that dude.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Does the case store the charge, or is it just dumping all the charge it builds up into the phone immediately?
Sydney?
Solar panels are
Go on, take
Anyone
that.
else? What do you
You
think?
can hold them, you can have a battery.
I want to say that
A
it
general solar panel
constantly.
can't hold the charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I don't think it's gonna be able to hold a charge, because if we had it hold a charge, it would have to be thicker than 3.25-inch thickness. It would have to be much thicker, and that would just be ridiculous. So I think this would just be a constant charge whenever you're in the sun. It's going to charge your phone. When you're not in the sun or in any light, it's not going to charge your phone
Like,
at
I
all.
don't think there's gonna be a button that we could say, oh, take this, like, power that is stored and, like, charge my phone in the dark. Like, I don't think that's just so many different technologies that put together into one product, and I think it's kind of overkill, so.
Well, solar panels can't hold a charge anyways, like even on houses and stuff,
Right,
so it wouldn't be able to.
but like, you know, those cases, like what Ian was talking about, that like, you can press a button on the
Yeah.
back and it'll charge, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay, so what we said for price range, we actually were gonna sell these for $30.
Ooh, you're lowballing yourself there.
But it's really good to get your guys' feedback on that because
Yeah.
that's good to figure out.
I mean, obviously, we also haven't made the product, so we don't know how much
Production
it's
costs.
gonna cost to
Production
make
costs, yeah,
it.
everything,
That's
so.
gonna not be a cheap phone.
No.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know where we were going with $30. I think we were going like a charging cord's 20, so we're like, oh, we could charge 30. But
Yeah,
That's
but that's
also the
good just
idea.
like thinking about it.
yeah,
There's the whole, if you sell it for cheaper and you sell more of them, than if you sell supply.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
gamble.
You gotta go with charge.
That Venn
that's a
diagram.
risk.
It's
Or-
gonna find
Solar
equal.
panel.
Yeah, you gotta find a good equilibrium there.
like
What's
$45.
The supply and
I don't know.
demand.
We should
I'm
probably
in
research what
economics,
they're
it's agriculture economics, all I know how to do is like tractors.
If if this was like grass seed, dude, you'd understand. You'd be able to give you all the information.
Alright, so next. Whoops.
I think that's it.
I'm having a blast.
Is it?
I think
It's the last
Yeah,
slide.
good.
it was the last slide.
Yeah, it's
So
cool.
How would you go about marketing this? Would you go like have like an as seen on TV type situation, or would it be more of like an Apple release type thing? What were you guys thinking about that? Because that matters. Because if you do it through like an as seen on TV type thing, then you can't sell it for anywhere near what you're gonna be doing because those things are kind of just crappy little trinkets. But
Right.
if you were to sell it through like, because you could sell like this idea to Apple, I feel like, and probably make a fair amount of money. Or you can do like those things where like you only sell them in the Apple stores, or like if you were to hook up with like a company
Mhm.
and then sell them exclusively at their stores. And I just want to know what you guys are thinking about that.
That's true. Actually, well, for our class, we're not actually like marketing the product or like actually like, we can't obviously carry it out either. We're mostly looking at like what consumers want and like how they view products and stuff, and like if that would be something that an entrepreneur should keep like striving for pretty much. But that's like a good point that you bring up too. Like yeah, marketing's like huge.
I almost think as seen on TV, like I think of an infomercial and I just like change the
Yeah, no
channel.
one wants to
Yeah.
buy
So
it.
I'm thinking as seen on TV would definitely not be a way that we would
So you
go.
don't want to sell it
Yeah,
right next to the
we did.
ShamWow.
No.
The ShamWow can
No.
overshadow this product.
I think the best would probably be like product branding, so we probably associate it with another company.
Well, my final thoughts on it would be, it's thick, which I don't like, but the benefits much outweigh my dislike for the thickness, and that I would pay a fair amount of money for this.
I would say that figuring out a good way to protect the solar panels, because solar panels are incredibly easy to be broken. Like if you throw a rock at it, it's gonna shatter. Dude. Alright, sometimes you just break solar panels on accident.
It's a story for a different
Well, no,
time.
if you're playing badminton, you don't have a shuttlecock, you use a rock. And sometimes those rocks
Oh.
hit solar panels. But they're really easy to be broken, so if you were able to like, I don't know, add something like a silicone like corner to it to raise it up, maybe make it a little bit thicker, but provide that like security for it. Because if you're just like, banging it against the desk, that's gonna break. But I think
Like the
that
shock absorbent,
well,
yeah, like springy kind of
yeah, it's
things.
not well like because you know how like most phone cases like the actual like benefit of the phone case is it adds a little bit of thickness to it, so it's not like the phone isn't actually hitting the surface, it's the case hitting the surface.
Yeah.
You want to do something kind of like that. And then also, I mean, personally, I think the color of solar panels is kind of cool because it's kind of like electric blue. But not everybody's going to want the color of the solar panel. So if you could figure out a way to maybe color the solar panel somehow, that would open up a wider array of customers because
That would deplete the effectiveness of it though, wouldn't it?
well, you have to take that to the nerds, dude. You have to let them figure it out. But yeah, dude, let those guys figure it out. Because if you could color it, then you could, that would open up an entire just
Like new market.
new market of people who wants like a red solar panel. I don't know. Badass, dude.
Would that differ your opinions in buying it? Do you think how it looks, the color of it?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like our society is very materialistic.
But to be honest, if you say like, hey,
What if it's
you
rainbow colored?
constant charge all the time, I would be like, I don't care what color.
But also, I mean, like,
Right.
you don't want the same case as every single other person. in
If
the
it's
room.
charging my phone 24/7, I don't
Yeah, I
really care.
feel like the effectiveness of it outweighs the aesthetics.
I feel like
Me
this is
too.
something to take into account. Write that down in the notes, CJ.
Oh, I mean, what if you could change the border around?
Yeah,
The,
something like
the
that.
part that's the actual phone case, that's not the solar panel. The solar panel has to be the same, but
Options.
you could give it, yeah.
Customization is the name of the game with these solar panels in phone cases.
Catering to the needs of people.
Yeah.
What about the fact that like,
It hurts
I don't know if a lot of people do this, but
I
there's like put like stickers in the back of your phone case or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so like you probably wouldn't be able to do that with this? Would that like draw you back from it too? Because it would kind of like cover it.
I would say that's probably not the biggest concern in the world.
Okay, yeah. let's just-
Because once you know that it's going to be charging your phone, you're going to be like, I'm not going to put a sticker on this and compromise it.
I just put it on there to make it look cool. Solar panel on the back looks cool, so
Yeah.
there you go.
You can maybe put like a clear sticker or something.
You guys can market your own stickers to sell to put on it.
Yeah, we can
There you
get
go.
your own side
That's
business.
why it takes up to the focus groups right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Any last comments, questions?
I think it's a very good product that definitely has a very good market that hasn't really been cornered yet. Because like there are like, you can buy like the big solar pads to charge stuff, but like one that's actually attached to your phone that would be doing it like passively instead of an active charger. I think it's probably a really good market to corner. And if you got into that game early, I think that's a really big like money making venture.
Yeah.
I should do this shit for a living. Because it is.
We're really glad we found your profession. Right here in Austin.
Shouts out CJ.
What was it?
Any other last words?
No.
We're glad you guys came.
Yeah,
you
thank
guys
you
really
so much
Thank
for
you.
coming. This really helps us.
It's like we're like rounding people up at the last second. Well, thank you for
Thank you for your
coming.
time.